Lester Del Rey, Victory. Written by Lester Del Rey and narrated by Philip Chenevert. Victory by Lester Del Rey. Part 1. From above came the sound of men singing. Captain Duke O'Neill stopped clipping his heavy black beard to listen. It had been a long time since he'd heard such a sound, longer than the time since he'd last had a bath or seen a woman. It had never been the singing type of war, yet now even the high tenor of old Taroom, who lay on a pad with neither legs nor arms, was mixed into the chorus. It could mean only one thing. As if to confirm his thoughts, Burke Thompson hobbled past the captain, stopping just long enough to shout, "Duke, we're home! They've sighted Miloa!" "Thanks," Duke called after him, but the man was hobbling out of sight, eager to carry the good news to others. 14 years, Duke thought as he dragged out his hoarded bottle of water and began shaving. 5 since he'd seen Rhonda on his last leave. Now the battered old wreck that was left of the flagship was less than an hour from home base, and the 2 other survivors of the original fleet of 800 were limping along behind. 3 out of 800. But they'd won. Miloa had her victory. And faraway Earth could rest in unearned safety for a while. Duke grimaced bitterly. It was no time to think of Earth now. He shucked off his patched and filthy clothes and reached for the dress grays he had laid out in advance. At least they were still in good condition, almost unused. He dressed slowly, savoring the luxury of clean clothes. The buttons gave him trouble. His left hand looked and behaved almost like the real one, but in the 3 years since he got it, there had been no chance to handle buttons. Then he mastered the trick and stepped back to study the final results. He didn't look bad. Maybe a little gaunt and in need of a good haircut, but his face hadn't aged as much as he had thought. The worst part was the pasty white where his beard had covered his face, but a few days under Miloa's sun would fix that. Maybe he could spend a month with Rhonda at a beach. He still had most of his share of his salary, nearly a 250,000 Miloan credits. Even if the rumors of inflation were true, that should be enough. He stared at his few possessions, then shrugged and left them. He headed up the officer's lift toward the control room, where he could see Miloa swim into view.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?